In this video, we will review some of the technical issues of the most common image file formats used by graphic designers. The first kind of image file we'll review is the BMP file format, also known as bitmap image file or simply bitmap. Color support is limited in BMP files, making these raster image files less than ideal for commercial printing. They're typically used in older window-based computers. In other words, while still around, bitmap files are archaic based on today's technology and advancing computer standards. EPS image files, the acronym for Encapsulated PostScript, are usually made in the Adobe computer program called Illustrator. They are intended to be used for transferring vector artwork between applications and are ideal for logo design. EPS files are reasonably predictable images or drawings that can be placed within another document, such as InDesign, while maintaining a transparent background. Remember, EPS files are best used when creating logos. Therefore, professional graphic designers should use Illustrator and not Photoshop when creating logos. GIF stands for Graphic Interchange Format, and these image files were primarily used in web graphics like buttons, text boxes, borders, and small animated images. GIF files have a palette of only up to 256 colors, which is good for electronic use, but they are not recommended for commercial printing. Another important feature of a GIF file is that you can choose to save the background as transparent. But unless you are making a meme, for online photos you may want to use JPEG files instead because they support more colors and variations in images than GIFs do. TIFF files, the file extension for Tagged Image File Format, are widely used in commercial printing environments, as well as image editing or page layout programs such as Photoshop or InDesign. These images support CMYK, RGB, grayscale, and Pantone spot colors. However, TIFFs do not retain transparency for images such as logos because they are raster images based on pixels. So use EPS files for logos instead, which are based on vectors and can be saved with transparent backgrounds, unlike TIFF files that cannot be saved with transparent backgrounds. JPEG is an abbreviation for Joint Photographic Experts Group. These raster file formats are most commonly used to display photographs and other continuous tone images in HTML web files and other photographic-based media. JPEGs support CMYK, RGB, and grayscale color modes and are made up of pixels, which are used in programs such as Photoshop. JPEG files are best when used with photos, so avoid using this file format when designing logos. They will not reproduce or transform size as well as an EPS file for logo design. PNG is an acronym for Portable Network Graphics. These raster-based graphic files were developed as a patent-free answer to the GIF format and also as an improvement from GIFs. PNG built on the idea of transparency in photographic images and allows the control of the degree of transparency known as opacity. However, PNG files are best suited for online images and not logos, and they should be used sparingly in professional printed pieces. Instead, use JPEG files for printing purposes and EPS for logo design. So be it bitmap, EPS, GIF, TIFF, JPEG, or PNG image file, each has its own uses and challenges and specific terminology, more of which will be covered in the remaining videos in this module.